Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. We are back already. 1 week has passed. We are getting going. Let's make sure that I have everything set up as always because you guys know the deal. I never have this properly set up and I always miss someone's comments. And then I come back and I do the replay and I'm like, oh, okay, someone did comment me and there's a bunch of stuff over here, and then I get you guys all back as best as I can. Happy Tuesday, good evening. 7:20 on my end over here. Definitely missed that 7 o'clock time frame as part of the course, but for good reason. So starting out the same way. Special shout out to Jessica Page from MJ's Beauty Barn for hooking me up as always. I was dying for the last 2 to 3 days. My eyelashes were almost gone. It was not a good look. And she brought me back to life because that is legit all I need. And I'm good to go. Been running today since probably about 6 a.m., 6:15 about. So if my voice is lagging a bit, that's why. And what else do I have going on? Who do we have as special shout outs today? We have MJ's Beauty Barn. We also have, let's see, we have, a lot of good things in the sense of I see my lovely hand massager has been flying off of my shop page. So for those of you who don't know, we're going to spend some time on this thing. I use this, no joke, every single night. If I'm not using it every night, I am using it every day. This is the best thing ever, just so you guys know. And it's the tiniest little version of self-care, okay? As you get older, it doesn't even matter how old, honestly, 20s, 30s, it's for your hand. It is so freaking cool and it helps massage your hands, like legit. I'm in class and I have this thing going. I could be driving even and have this thing going, and you can turn the heat on. So just so you guys know, it's not just me that likes it, and you can go into the link that's on here. I don't know where this here is. For me, it's showing the link is up here, but for you guys, it could be down, side, whatever. It's there in the shop part, okay? So yes, I advocate for mental health. Yes, I advocate for all the good stuff. This is also part of it. It's well-being in general. This is self-care for you. Just the little things, you're gonna love it. I love it at least. So if I love it, I again will tell you completely universal. Wait though to get it on Amazon till it gets down in price. I was just looking at it today. Way too expensive. Do not spend that much. I did not spend that much. When I got it, let me turn this off because it's auto moving. We don't want that. Okay, there you go. What else? Let's talk about some good stuff now. So I got a couple comments from the questionnaire that I sent out. Hey, I see the hearts. Thank you, thank you. It's working. I got the right part up. I did get a couple responses in terms of topics for tonight. So it's between two different ones, and I'm actually not sure because it's when leadership breaks and it's behind smiles. So I'm a little torn because I like both topics. So if you have one in particular that you really want me to go, shout it out right now in the comments because I can go to one or the other or maybe even touch on both. Because I kind of feel like they can both go hand in hand, to be honest. I'll wait a sec, maybe. I'm a very impromptu person, so like nothing with me is rehearsed. That's probably why I come on here and mess up with my words sometimes because I'm physically like actively thinking about the stuff I'm going to say and then just say it. And then that's also another reason why I'm pretty good having conversations with people because I just can naturally talk to you, and I don't have to, go back to somebody else. And you know what? We're going to talk about leadership because this is where it's going. I don't have to go back to somebody else to physically figure out what I'm going to do and then come back to you to then speak it. And I feel like when leadership typically breaks, it breaks because the leaders are necessarily not able to be leaders and they're middlemen, right? We know that leaders are really typically just sometimes glorified admins, let's be honest, glorified, politically driven politics sometimes, and they don't belong in those roles. And I'm just going to say it for what it is. There's been a lot of times that I've been in places that I've seen very poor behavior from leaders. And the only reason why the people are in those roles is because of who they know, how long they've been there, or pretty much a lot of other dirty things. And let's be honest, a lot of times the good people, the real people, they don't stay there and they're not leading because that age-old rule from when you were younger, the kind people, they get stepped on. Yeah, that happens. But there's a flip side to it. And this is where I come in and I want to advocate for a lot of people. Kindness does win at the end of the day. And there's strength in numbers. And this is why there's a Be Unique movement here, because you can't silence good people, and leadership breaks down when there's too much bad there, because very much like how this was starting, there's top, there's bottom, and then there's over here in the middle. How many times do you try to work with this middle and they're just like bobbling around, doing what they do, trying to make themselves look busy? They don't know what they're doing half the time. They don't know their fucking asses from their elbows. Excuse my language. Let's cut out the middleman and let's freaking start doing business, because leadership breaks down when you don't have the proper connections and channels happening. So let me tell it to you this way. I specialize in operations. Doesn't matter where. I've done operations in a variety of places, and I'm very good at it. I'm actually really good in statistics as well, surprisingly enough, because I freaking hate math. And one of the things I need to do is stop cursing on here, I've realized, because I've actually done that a lot, so I apologize. Especially if it offends anyone. I don't mean to. It's just like my natural form. And when I'm in a professional setting, trust me, I don't do that at all. I'm very buttoned up. But let's be real. My dog's down here scratching. She wants to be real too. Let's be real. How many times does everyone over here on the bottom level know everything? Everything. The nitty gritty, the hard work, the labor intensive. You guys have the tenacity. I do it. I've done it. I monkey climb in warehouses. I break down the cases. I open the boxes. I've barcoded warehouses inside and out. I've managed teams. I can do anything that I would ask someone else to do, and I can lead people that way. Leaders are supposed to be team players. Leaders are supposed to be able to do the same thing that anyone else inside the team is doing. Leaders are not supposed to ever look down on the people within their teams from whatever high horse they're on, because guess what? That saying of the higher you are, the higher it is you're going to fall from, that goes too, because all it takes is one swift kick and you're down. And all those people that you looked down on and all those people that you failed to truly help and truly lead, they're not going to help you, because guess what? You left them high and dry. The real leaders, the people that are actually there doing the work, helping the team, leading the team. Sorry, my dog's under here. She's shaking everything. Those are the ones that are going to be able to be with the team. Those are the ones that are going to have the team's back, and the team is going to have their back. Those are the ones that are not only going to rise up, they're going to rise their team up as well. Because again, it is a we thing. It is not an I thing. It never was. Those are the leaders. That's the strategy. Kindness really is the strategy. There's no I in that game. So leadership breaks down when there's no leader understanding what exactly it is to lead, because they never actually were meant to be in that leadership role. They were never truly a leader. Leaders evolve over time. It's really important. Some people can do it, some people can't. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to be like, okay, I'm just gonna do it because I've been here a certain amount of time and I deserve this. Or I really want this title because other people are gonna see me in this role, and guess what? It means something to be this because it's a badge of honor to wear it. No, guess what? Some of the happiest places I've ever been have the lowest titles and the least amount of pay. And I would choose that any day of the week over the largest title and the most pay, because it is the most unhappiest place in the world. That is being a leader, and that is being a true humanitarian. When you can actually do that and stand in your power, that's when you start breaking boundaries. That's when you start breaking all of those channels. And that's when you start connecting the dot. Or multiple dots in this case. So leadership really does break down when you're more or less in roles with leaders that don't know what they're doing, why they're doing it, and don't have the passion to do it, quite honestly. Passion comes from within. And last time I checked, the truly passionate people that I've seen are the ones that have really come from the bottom and come up. Why do you think so many companies hire from within? Just putting it out there. Why? It's not just because they want to appreciate the people there. I mean, they might have a backwards way of showing it sometimes, but the idea behind it is because they want you to know all angles of the business. They want you to truly understand it inside and out. They want to teach you the blueprint so that when you get to the next level, you can truly have that tenacity and that drive, that want, that passion to keep going up. The only times that it fails are when your mind doesn't match. When you have none of that, when you're a 9-to-5er and you're punching a clock all the time and you're passing something along like we talked about before, and it's not my job. Sorry. That's someone else's. You know what that's going to show? That's going to show everything else but that passion and that tenacity. And what are you leading? Why are you there? And what do you want in life? I don't know, but It's not anything more than what you have. And that might be fine for status quo, but practice what you preach then. You're not a leader. We're talking about leaders. We're talking about why leadership breaks down. We're talking about the leaders that sit there and have the nerve to say that they're managing teams and they're operating with the stuff that they're given from above, and the ones that have the nerve to lie to your face like you're dumb, right? Those leaders, the ones that actually think you're stupid, you know, that you haven't been around the block a few times, and then they expect you to take that silver spoon that they're giving you full of shit and eat it. Those leaders, that's why leadership breaks down. We're not stupid. We're actually a lot smarter than most of you. And if you gathered all of the smart people around and actually took their strengths and let them run the team that you're supposed to have together, that would bring it to the top, because they know the structure inside and out. They can operate it inside and out a lot more effectively than a lot of you. But when you have stuff to hide, eradicating all of that, that doesn't help. That actually does more harm than good. And that ugliness starts to show. That ugliness on the inside, it starts to show on the outside as well. And you can't hide that. Last time I checked, beauty from within, it glows and it shows on the outside. But ugliness starts to eat away at you. It eats away on the outside as well. You start to blow up. You start to look like shit. You start to feel like shit. And guess what? You deserve it. Because, like I said before in many ones, kindness will always win. You do not hurt good people. Leaders are supposed to lead. That is why the Be Unique community is here. It's not to profit off of anything else. I speak to people all the time. And it's so sad and disheartening, the fact that the number one complaint I hear is the leadership is awful. Why? Why is it so debilitating? Why is it that the people that are supposed to help us the most are the ones that we fear the most? It should never be that way. Anywhere you are, we are humans first. Kindness, again, should always win. So I will always choose the sanctity of a professional place that, again, does not put people last, and it doesn't matter what the paycheck is. I will always put my mental health first. I will always help you to put your mental health first. I will always help to eradicate roadblocks for you. And if you ever need help in any way, shape, or form, you can always reach out to me, because trust me, toxicity has no place in the workplace. Feel free to read my paper. It has been shown in many statistics, because again, I am a stats girl. It causes so much brain damage. And your brain is a muscle, guys. We are constantly supposed to be using it. If you are in a toxic environment and you're with ineffective leadership that is sending you into trauma responses throughout the day, continuously, your brain is going to shrink. Why would you do that to yourself? Let's do better. Let's be better. We can do better together. Every day, you have the ability to change. I'm here to help you. I am living proof that change is possible. I can tell you my own personal stories anytime. We're going to grow together. You're going to learn about me a lot more as we go forward. I will open the floor up anytime anyone wants to put things out there. We can talk about things more. Tenley threw in here in the comments she wants to talk about eating disorders one day. We can definitely add that to the list of topics to talk about. The leadership one was just at the top because it came up in the comments and the questionnaires and the polls from one of the stories I put up there as I flood you guys with stories. But it's really important. And again, some of the people I was talking to over the week, because I do try to talk to people through messages too, which for some of you, if you didn't get a chance to watch me on the replay, I do try to get to you through Messenger, but I have a lot of messages in there and it's very difficult to get through them independently. So if you have the ability to click on the link that I provide for the link tree, that's a lot easier to go through the chat with me section because you'll get dedicated one-on-one time with me. And I believe there's also an option in there as well where you can email me and that'll come directly through my phone. And that's a lot easier for me to communicate through as well. So I really am there for you anytime, trying to offer you a lot of feedback, support, any kind of clarity, suggestions. In addition to doing my classes, I'm also doing my best with doing a live every week. As you see today, it was like 20 minutes late because I've been going since this morning, and then I was trying really hard to just eat something before I came on here and did this, because if not, I will pass out and then you guys won't have me to talk to, and that won't be good for anyone. And then, yeah, again, good resources, good community, and it takes time. It really does take time. And don't think that it's overnight either, because a lot of people I talk to, they're in different places, and it's okay. It doesn't matter where you are. We've talked about rock bottom before. Rock bottom is always my favorite place to start. I love rock bottom, so don't be afraid if you're at rock bottom. We skyrocket up from rock bottom. I have the Phoenix Rising as a tattoo reminder of rock bottom. I love rock bottom. It's actually one of my favorite places to start. So I get goosebumps every time I talk about rock bottom because it's a big reminder for me. So, I mean, I have 2 more years left, and then I am, fingers crossed, going to be an LPC. So then I'll be able to certifiably help you 100% officially for the licensed professional counseling portion. Other than that, I have my own real life experiences, lots and lots of clinical stuff that I can help you with through what I'm getting right now. Oop, dogs barking outside. Lots of my own compacted trauma that I was exposed to from, unfortunately, a young age up until my adulthood, and then lots of my own workplace stuff that I've experienced. And again, life, right? Life is our biggest test and biggest lesson, and each other. That's what we're here for. Community. We need community more than anything in life. That is the biggest thing. And I think a lot of people make people feel shameful for asking for help, which should never happen. Sorry, that's my dog. And I think a lot of people also try to, stop it, act all high and mighty too, like they don't have anything to hide or that things are perfect. And no one is perfect, ever. Ever, never. Yeah, so that is huge. So yeah, we have lots to talk about. So let's do a quick wrap up on all of this. So leadership is tricky, very, very tricky, especially with the politics and everything like that. So if there's anything specific you want to talk about, message me, go through the link tree, do anything like that. If you want any recommendations for anything, beauty, healthcare, mental health related, suicide prevention, Facebook is currently like putting me in some kind of shadow or something like that because it's Suicide Prevention Month, and anytime I put anything suicide related, they are like shadow banning me or something because God forbid we actually put suicide out there. I'm going to speak my mind. It's the truth, and we're going to speak the truth because it's Suicide Prevention Month, and everyone needs to know that, and we're breaking the stigma together because fuck that bullshit. So legit. Fuck that bullshit. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to keep doing that because it needs to be spoken about. It is what it is. And too many people are silenced. And this is exactly why they get hurt and they hurt themselves and they feel like they have no one to talk to and it's not okay. And I refuse to be in that category. And I refuse to have you guys in that category. And so what? If they're not going to promote my stuff because of it, then they don't promote my stuff because of it. And then so be it. I'll promote myself. I really don't care. It's not even about the promotion. It's about helping people. So you can help me help you. Like and share and spread the word, and we will help each other together. And that's the goal there, because I think that it needs to be said. Too many people live in the dark and too many people cry alone, and it's not fair, and we don't want people hurting themselves or anyone else at this point, because the world is scary enough. So let's start making it a safer place. And if you have anything you want to talk about, reach out. I look forward to talking to you. Be unique, extremely unique, everyone. And stand out and be bold and break some boundaries and don't be scared. Do not be scared and do not be silenced by anyone. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.